Well, coming up soon, we have extreme hair makeovers. They are wild. But next, most Australians are very proud of the national anthem. We're going to meet one guy who refuses to acknowledge it. Well, Adam Hill never stands for the national anthem. He doesn't find it relevant to his life, and he's come up with his own quite controversial version. We're going to hear that this morning, so we introduce to Mornings Adam Hill. Good morning, Adam.
Morning.
You have rewritten the lyrics to the Australian national anthem. You call it Australia National Tantrum.
That's correct. Well, I just thought I'd throw the cat amongst the pigeons on this one because for a long time I felt that we need a review on this anthem, and as well as the debate has arisen about perhaps modifying the flag. So I don't stand alone in being here today. There's quite a unanimous support out there in the community, incidentally.
Well, let's hear your, if may I ask you to recite
Sure.
your version? Go for it.
To the tune of...
We want to sell our stock, not count it. New Zealand wool come.
To the tune of, of our national anthem.
Yes.
And so the lyrics go.
Tracy is a mother in turmoil.
Please come back.
Mandy is a policewoman who cares.
Australians all let us remorse, for we are blind, can't see. We've golden soil that we all spoil.
And even Thomas will be visiting from the train shed. This exhibition will have more room, more train layouts, more trade stands than ever before.
Well, our home washes into sea. Our land abounds in racist gits, of whom we really can't bear. In history's cage recompense the slaves, are Australians really fair? Now that's just the first verse of it.
Featuring Intel Core 2 Duo processor, a massive...
Of course, we can get some support on rewriting the other four stanzas.
For a lot of people who believe in reconciliation, do you understand how they find this a little grating?
Reconciliation is a dilemma for Indigenous communities because to reconcile means that both have done wrong and are shaking hands. But in the history attests the fact that Indigenous peoples have, for 221 years, been severely dealt the wrath of the Empire.
Hollywood is full of big stars, but some are definitely bigger than others.
So that's why I asked why we still fly the Union Jack on the RSL clubs. It seems to be a slap in the face to what we're trying to achieve as an Indigenous community.
Well, you say you never stand for the national anthem at any
Well, I
event.
I had done when I was an ankle biter, but
You don't now.
And that's
What about Anzac Day?
not particularly, despite my grandfather having served in the armed forces.
On Anzac Day, you wouldn't even stand for the respect and spirit of the diggers.
Firstly, I think it's time to move on from condoning militia activity.
Looking for a new fitness machine that could help you to tone, tighten and transform your body in just 40 minutes a day?
War in a sense of trying...
Diggers went through as militia activity?
It's, of course, that's something, an iconic part of our history that we didn't live through, and I certainly didn't live through, and I respect that.
Now, do you love the look of plantation shutters, but thought you'd never be able to afford them?
But I think I have the option of either standing or not standing.
But there is a respect. So therefore, by rewriting this, you want respect for Indigenous cultures. So who are the racist gits?
There's an undeniable prevalence of prejudice in particularly remote communities, and where the empathisers attempt to come on side, perhaps in the act of reconciliation.
Good morning, Roz. Now, I know a lot of people would love a fitness workout that could help them achieve a tighter, more toned body.
It often doesn't come without patronising or condescending attitudes.
So where do we go from here? Am I an Australian?
Do you consider yourself an Australian?
I am.
That's fantastic. You've invited me here today and we're having an open discussion, and perhaps that's what I'd like to see.
And all mankind, since we got on fours to legs, moved out. They happened to come to this country, this part of the world, as man colonised the world. Isn't it time that we actually just get on with health, education, which you may want or may not want to call reconciliation?
Of course, yes, we would like to, but the indigenous peoples, the original inhabitants of the land who continually be...
But Aboriginals came from somewhere.
There are interpretations.
Isn't it all about the interpretation?
Yeah, well, you can look at it from the anthropological point of view. You can look at it from a dreaming point of view.
Keep your cat happy and healthy with the delicious taste and natural nutrition of Supercoat for cats.
And for the people who don't understand the latter, then I would encourage those people to visit communities and sit down with the old people and listen to the stories of
And of course they have great value, but if we go from here, it would seem by just your words, recompense the slaves, racist gits, that you're referring to a lot of people who in fact want to help but were born here and don't know what else to do.
It's with the advent of the internet and the accessibility to a multitude of information.
We wanted to give families more value on home phone and broadband, and we found the perfect solution.
Pertaining to Indigenous culture, there's no excuse nowadays not to be up to speed and to understand what you stand for by waving the flag on a day that we call Invasion Day, and also to adorn yourself with perhaps the new icon of neo-Nazism, which is the Southern Cross on the shoulder.
Gee, they're fairly strong words.
Sometimes the truth hurts, and we have to...
Do you see how many people would think it's your truth and not necessarily a real truth?
We only have to look at communities, certain communities in southwestern Sydney that have at times reached a...
Have a look at this. This is why we sell so many of the H2O steam mops. Now, look at this on your hardwood floors, linoleum... ...media
for the exposure of such groups surfacing in those communities and their opposition to certain denominations entering those communities.
Well, it's certainly an interesting debate, and I just hope you give all Australians the freedom that clearly you expect and want. Good luck. I know you're an artist. I hope it just hasn't been a publicity stunt to sell your art.
Not seeking that in any way.
Adam Hill joins us. We've got more coming up. Here's Roz.